What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Just One Beer, episode 6. I'm Justin.
I'm Pat.
How you doing, Pat?
Good, man. Episode 6, baby.
Right on. This is a lot of fun. I was just saying before we started, it's a lot of work, and I don't think you can really detail out how much work it is. I mean, just traveling to and from to do this. I like the final product.
Well, we both have families, right? It makes it a little...
Jobs.
And jobs, JLB, Just One Beer. But it makes it tough, but it is so worth it because it's kind of really soothing to your soul to be able to speak and just let it all loose because we don't hold anything back. Obviously, we let it loose.
We hold some stuff back. You just don't know it.
Yeah, well...
Yeah,
we hold a lot back.
Like I said, 70% is Stow.
Hey, so I asked you last cast, do we have any more feedback?
As a matter of fact, we do. Our loyal listener, Jay Crash in the Car, as always, provided very good feedback. I love talking to... Wait.
Hey, Jay Crash, waiting for our intro jingle, bud.
I know. Well, we got to hook up with him, and I really would like to work with him. He's
the man. Are you kidding me?
So through him, another person who follows Jay Crash, because I think he's nearing like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. He does very extensive movie reviews, very well thought out. He's very articulate, logical, but also knows how to like key in on symbolism and the different layers.
I just watched the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. I'd love to get his take on that. We got to get him on for a couple movie reviews. I would like to hear his thoughts on A Star Is Born, like movies like that, more artistic-y movies.
Well, I mean, I think I would say that he has that ability to see that type of thing, and a lot of them he does. Right now, he's doing like a top 200 films of all time.
No way.
So I think each week he'll release like, the 10 for that week.
Oh, people, you got to follow this guy. If you don't follow him, that is some cool stuff.
Here's what's cool about it is like
give his YouTube name one more time.
Jay Crash in the Car. Jay Crash in the Car. So on the last review he did, he'd thrown in Apocalypse Now, and it just brought back all these memories of me when I was in school, because we had to read a book called The Heart of Darkness, which is very similar to the story in Apocalypse Now. There's a lot of symbolism and metaphors in Apocalypse Now, and anyone who has that sort of eye for it, like Jay Crash in the Car, I don't know if I should say his name, but whatever. If they can see things and like peel away the onion layers of different things that are creative, it's pretty cool to hear their take on it. So that's why I like listening to him.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. I really like that. He loves our show, and hopefully he's going to be a contributor in multiple, many ways.
Well, let me go back to that. So someone on one of our podcasts had chimed in and said, hey, I came here from Jay Crash in the Car. I'm from Australia. Same crap here. We love you, mate. And I'm like, yes, this is really cool.
What's his name?
Let me find out. I'll come back.
Because I'm going to tell you what, that is some bitchin' ass stuff, man. Well, and I'm going to tell you, Australia is bitchin'. I love Australia, and I love this dude. He is the man.
Well, what's cool about it is that, even if 10 people were able to key into something you did creatively, but they were all the way across on the other side of the globe, just that distance and how easy it is for something we created to travel that distance and have even the slightest impact is pretty crazy if you think about how far we've come in like 500 years or something.
Well, yeah, and you know what else he said in that review is we got the same issues over here. That it doesn't matter where you're at.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this guy's shout out.
Yeah,
I'm telling you guys, we're a small show. If you comment positive or negative, we're gonna shout you out. This guy's YouTube tag is JMSTRK19. I don't know how I would say that other than just spelling out the letters, but he says, came here via Jay Crash in the Car from Australia. Love your show, mates. We need more real talk. Same shit here as there. Love it. Cheers. All right. Cheers, bro. That's the sound of our people right there. Yep. That's how I know we would get along with them, because these guys probably
they probably drank us at the table.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. So maybe one day we'll do a cast in Australia.
Dude, you know what's crazy is...
Drink.
I was talking to a couple guys today, and they were like, well, I think one was like 24 and one was 30. And they didn't know who Two Live Crew was, dude.
Yeah, they weren't. Were they that popular when we were young? I thought
they were very popular when we were.
They didn't get radio play though.
Well, they couldn't, dude, because they had songs like "I Want Some Pussy" and "Me So Horny" and Remember Dirty Nursery Rhymes?
Yeah, I do.
My mama and your mama was talking little shit.
Yeah.
My mama called your mama a bulldogging ass bitch. I know your sister and the bitch ain't shit. She sucked and fucked that dick. That's some crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah, I think the last time we were talking about, was it Ice-T? He had that song
Cop
Killers. And I remember my brother got the CD before they pulled it from the shelves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's this insane part. There's this audio. I forget the name of the album.
Did he get it from Sam Goody's in the mall?
I know, right? Or the Warehouse. What were some of the other ones? Tower Records.
Yeah, well, Sam Goody's in the Warehouse. Those are the two big ones.
Yeah. But what was the one that you could buy like secondhand stuff at? It was a little record store. Shit, what was the name of it?
Lou's?
No, it wasn't Lou's. It was a place where you could go sell CDs. I remember taking a bunch of CDs.
They still have one here in the village.
That's Lou's. That's not the same.
No, right here in this village.
Oh, you mean the same one I'm thinking about?
No. They have a fucking secondhand store, record store in the village.
But it's not the same name as the one I was thinking of. But anyways, so there's this track on the Ice-T album where it starts and it says, "What would it sound like if a motherfucker took a drill, 1/2 inch, and drilled right in through the top of a motherfucker's head?" And then so they do the sound. It's crazy.
It's probably the real sound of a real head, too.
I remember thinking, like, why would anyone even want to hear this? But I kept listening.
Well, do you remember when like bad stuff in society would happen and then people would be like, it's the rap, it's the heavy metal, it's the music these kids listen to. Much like today, it's the excuse is it's the video games. It's the video games. Like, how about this, people? How about there is no excuse except your shitty ass parenting? Like, that's the bottom line. Be a better parent. Period.
Or maybe there's just crazy people in the world. You just come out of the womb and you're just destined to be crazy. What kind of video games did Hitler play? What kind of rap music did Hitler listen to? I'm pretty sure none. Yeah, he was still pretty fucking bad. That's where all that logic just falls right on its face.
Well, any bad person in society, I guarantee they didn't get their badness from rap or heavy metal or video games or any kind of anything. Like,
no.
They were born a bad person, period.
I think people who are evangelical, is that the word I'm looking for? Like the super religious people,
they just
like
as bad.
to think that is the influence of the devil, which
they like to think that because that's, to the average person, that's a logical explanation.
Yeah.
And they can say, listen, send me $10 and we're going to cure this sin of all these evil people. And I know how to do it because I've identified the problem, which is rap or heavy metal or whatever. So send me my $10 and I'm gonna fix this problem.
Yeah, send us $10 and we'll
Listen,
fix it.
I'm thinking about becoming an evangelist. Like, I'm not even bullshitting.
I think we should start our own religion just for the tax break.
I don't know about religion because they've already got a good base, so I don't want to have to recreate anything. But we're probably gonna start with 9 wives. Not lives, wives.
That sounds like way too much work.
9 of them, I can't even imagine, dude. But yeah, so we're gonna start doing. We're not gonna do Sunday services. We're gonna do Friday night services.
Yeah, at Giblin's.
Yeah, there should be a lot of wine involved and a lot of bread. You know, the body of Christ.
That's funny. Speaking of going out, we both agree on this subject. Today, I met you. We went and got breakfast.
Oh yeah.
We went to a place in the village. We walked right up, ordered, got our food, and had a great breakfast. Looking right out at people walking by.
It's a popular spot too, but it's not like.
But it's not trendy.
That's
what I'm getting at.
That's a great point.
Places where people go because it has some fancy name and they do certain types of food or whatever. But these people wait in lines for close to an hour and probably pay close to $100 for breakfast. We're talking eggs, hash browns, coffee. That just seems nuts to me because I like cooking breakfast. It's one of my favorite meals to cook. You're good at cooking breakfast too. How can you in good conscience go out and spend a shit ton of money at a breakfast place?
No.
We paid $10 for our food this morning.
If you wait more than, let's see, 30 seconds for breakfast.
Well, we waited longer than 30 seconds.
We did.
Yeah. I mean, like,
No, we walked right up and ordered.
oh, I see. Just to order.
Yeah, I'm saying if you
I
wait
get
if
it,
you
yeah.
wait more than 30 seconds outside of the door,
Yeah.
you're a dickhead.
Well, this place I'm talking about, people, they flood out into the street, and I'm thinking, hey, dipshits, do you want to get run over, or do you want to go eat somewhere where you don't have to wait outside?
Well, exactly right. And let me fill you in on something. The way they cook their fucking eggs is the same way as McDonald's cooks their eggs.
Well, it's the same way I cook my eggs. Actually, I probably do mine better. A lot of times we'll go to breakfast, and the kids are used to the way I make the eggs, and sometimes, they just don't taste the same. I mean, depends on how you get your eggs. I was kind of raised just with scrambled eggs. My grandmother, my mom's mom, we went to Denny's one time, and I ordered some eggs, and they sent me what's it called? I don't even know what it's called. They gave me some fried eggs, like with the runny yolk. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
And I was like, Grandma, I like scrambled. She's like, oh, just eat it. You'll be fine. And I was like, all right, I'll eat it. But the consistency was slimy. And I fucking picked it back up in my plate. And I never ate them after that.
As a kid, consistency in your food is everything. But let's get back to the restaurant thing because it drives me crazy. Nobody should wait more than any minutes for any breakfast, anything. Because I guarantee you that stupid ass restaurant you're waiting for, 35, 45 minutes to get in to sit down and eat eggs. There's one right down the street that's empty that serves the same exact eggs.
For half off, probably.
Has the same exact quality cook.
It just doesn't have some fancy chef from some stupid restaurant.
No, it does. Trust me. I guarantee you. There's no fucking famous chef cooking breakfasts.
Yeah, probably.
They're cooking dinner at a 5-star restaurant or a resort. There is zero quality fucking chefs at a breakfast and lunch only facility. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, there are some good ones, but there's another one.
Does it taste good? Yes, but they all taste good.
Well, I mean,
especially when you're hungry.
A lot of stuff tastes good. Yeah, precisely.
But that's my theory, right?
Yeah.
If they make you wait 45 minutes, you're extra hungry, so you think it's extra good.
Yeah, I went to the Broken Yolk, and that place people had said, oh, it's great, it's this and that. And I went there, and I was just like, Denny's probably makes just as good a breakfast.
Denny's is probably the best breakfast you're going to ever eat, especially for the value.
For the value,
you can go in there for $6.99. You could build your own goddamn Grand Slam.
Yeah, that's true. We used to go to this place in Escondido called the Golden Egg Omelet House, that's been there for 45 years probably. But that, I think, of all the breakfast places, it's gotten on the more expensive side. However, it's like sushi for me anyways. I don't go that often, but it's a treat, and they make awesome omelets, and they taste the same, and I think the same dude's been working there for the last 30-something years.
Frozen hash browns are frozen hash browns. That's it.
I know.
You know what I mean?
No, I like making breakfast. You know what's good is breakfast in the desert.
Let me ask you this. Do you think
Camping.
that
Love camping.
the fancy breakfast restaurant has different Tabasco sauce than the shitty breakfast restaurant?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you put them on either way.
Oh, yeah.
You put Tabasco on.
I don't use anything like that on my breakfast.
Get the... God, you're so fucking difficult, dude.
I do put salsa on my eggs, though.
Same fucking difference. You think the salsa at the fancy restaurant's better than the salsa at the fucking shitty restaurant?
No, I get this really good salsa. It's like a Chilean salsa or something. It's super good. We know salsa being in Southern California.
Hell yeah.
We're exposed to probably the best food anywhere.
I got something to tell you. I traveled to Texas last week for my job, right?
Don't mess with Texas.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck them. This lady, we went to a Mexican restaurant. And I ordered in...
You had Tex-Mex.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, where are y'all from? Because she could tell. I said, listen, I'm from San Diego. She's like, oh, I heard the Mexican food there sucks. And then it was on. I was like...
you should have said, excuse me.
I said, I went to Tijuana every Wednesday.
You did?
Because it was high school night in Tijuana. And I ate street tacos every single day of my life. There's a Mexican restaurant in every single block in every single city.
So you shit your
San
ass
Diego.
out every Wednesday.
But this stupid lady is trying to tell me that Tex-Mex.
Well, she just instantly starts insulting you and where you're from.
I was like, I will put our Mexican food against yours any day of the week. So I ordered a carne asada. I ordered carne asada, right? Give me carne asada. Yeah. They bring out some like fucking T-bone steak. It was like a steak. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I ordered carne asada.
Nice.
She's like, that's what you got, sir. I said, no, carne asada is carne asada. This is a fucking steak. Well, you're in Texas. I said, okay, my case in point. I'm in Texas. When you're in San Diego, you're in fucking Mexico eating Mexican food, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's no comparison. We were in the Bahamas at some Club Med or something, and each night they would have a theme, and then they had Mexican night. And I was like, oh, good. Because the first time I started traveling outside of San Diego, that's the one thing I missed. You don't really realize it until you're away from it, is how much you miss this Mexican food. So I was there. I'm like, all right, well, cool. Let's Mexican night. Let's do this. It was Tex-Mex. It was all dog shit.
Yeah, it is dog shit, dude.
So anyone from Texas, it's not Mexican food.
No, it's not. Or Arizona. Fuck you too, man. Like, we have the true Mexican food.
Sorry.
Period. End of story. Those are our people, and that's our food, and that's our culture. So you could fuck off.
I'm gonna go home and cook some carne asada and
Me
pollo
too.
asada.
Me too.
And
although one of your people pissed me off today, but
your people,
that's
funny.
But here's the deal. I said Arizona, and it just fucking triggered me, because I just got triggered.
I'm triggered,
bro. There is so many fucking Arizonans in the village right now.
I think it's
driving me out of my mind.
It's growing exponentially because think about it. The population grows exponentially every year. So last year you thought there was a lot of tourists here. This year there's going to be even more. And then next year you're going to put a shotgun in your mouth.
I think they heard our cast and were like, fuck these idiots.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go fuck with them.
No, you're right. And they spill into, they're everywhere, dude. They're like roaches.
They really are, man. And you know what? Like they don't know how to drive. They don't know how to fucking walk. Like, we have a walkway that everybody walks on, and there's never a fucking issue until the summertime. Until these idiots come to our town and they screw it up, man.
Just here, go the speed limit and be respectful, and you can go almost anywhere.
Absolutely.
And not rub people the wrong way.
Okay. So we were driving home from breakfast, and there was a group of little bikers waiting for the light, and then there was this big old fat biker with his little stupid skinny outfit on.
I don't think he's just an old dude.
Well, whatever. But he decided to try and reinvent things. Yeah, but
I know he tried to make a right, but then he immediately just crossed the street.
Yeah, he acted like he was going to make a right and then go up the hill, and then so he did that, but then he cut across like he was still going straight while I was turning, and we almost made a citizen's arrest on his ass.
Well, you yelled out the window, "Citizen's arrest!" And I think I was yelling something else.
I think he had an Arizona shirt on, but
I know. I videotaped today a big old pack of bikes, and I just laughed. I'm like, "Yeah, Patty J, here's your people."
Fucking hate him.
So, Patty, we went out a couple weeks ago. Some friends and their brothers. And their dad and my dad, and then one of your other friends. And yes, that day I had gotten a haircut, and it took a while, and you were giving me shit about it. And while I was sitting there kind of laughing about it, a couple other dudes at the table were looking at me and just shaking their head, talking about my hair because they didn't have any. And that's what I was telling my wife. That's one of the things for dudes that probably has to be a real hard pill to swallow in terms of aging. Getting gray hair is one thing, but starting to lose your hair, that's got to be, I don't know. Well, obviously I don't know, but...
I would tell you this. I would say that is your defense against a balding guy that calls you a fucking idiot for spending a complete afternoon getting your hair cut. Because at the end of the day, I'm going bald.
Wasn't a whole afternoon.
Calm down.
Fair. It only took an hour.
I'm going down. I'm going bald.
Plus, it's my friend. I was talking to him too.
I'm going bald. But you also said, "Hey man, I'm getting a fucking glass of Chardonnay and get my hair cut." Like, what the fuck do you want me to?
So I knew you would laugh at that. The place where I go get my hair cut, my good friend Mike at Michael David Hair Design.
Whoa, he didn't pay for that spot.
He did. Michael David Hair Design is a sponsor.
Did he give you a free fucking haircut?
He hooked me up with a glass of Chard, dude. So he's a sponsor. Anyways, when I go get my haircut there, he offers me a glass of wine. And I usually get red, but he offered me some Chard, I think because it was, 2:00. So I sat down with a glass of Chard to get my hair cut, and you texted me, "Where are you at?" And I thought this is going to be funny because I know the response is going to be
and I was with Brandon.
Hate. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'm going gray. I've decided I can't have a beard anymore because it makes me look old. So the beard's gone.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I'm going bald. There's no stopping it. And I really, honestly, and this is the God honest truth, I don't care.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Like, it doesn't affect me one bit.
See, I think that's good. You're sort of an example for all the other dudes out there who maybe are letting it get to him. I don't know. Are people letting it get to them? It doesn't affect your confidence.
It does get to
one
people,
iota.
and it does affect a lot of people's confidence. People have to have more confidence. Who cares? It's these fucking follicles on the top of your head. You think that defines you?
No.
Like, are you shitting me? It's just
But
like
as we live
were
in
walking,
Southern California, that image does define.
Okay,
you here.
so shave your head and get a fucking tan on it and get buff. I don't know.
Shave your head and grow a goatee. Or
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
It really does not bother me. Like, I've talked to my wife about this multiple times. I've talked to you about this. I don't care.
So your situation and my situation is both totally out of our control.
Exactly. What am I going to do? I'm going to say I'm fucking angry over this and then my hair is going to grow back? No, man.
No, not at all. The thing about it is like you look good. You like you're in shape. And you've said it before, and I agree. You look better now at your age.
Yeah.
Am I able to say that?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I think I'm aging okay.
I think we're both aging okay, and here's why. Because we take care of ourselves.
Oh, we try.
And being in shape is not a fucking accident. Like, it's hard work.
Well, it is
to
hard
not
work.
look like a slob and have a big belly and look like this guy who just let himself go. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's not hard work. It's 40 minutes a day of walking.
At all.
That's it.
Easy.
40 minutes a day of walking, just like we talked on the last cast.
Okay, so I'll throw a PSA out in terms of aging.
Beauty, let's go.
So you walk all the time. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, you live in an area where walking is very enticing.
Yep.
I live in a kind of a hilly neighborhood, and I started thinking, you know what, Pal walks all the time. I got to fucking do something, man. So I started walking and lifting weights at my office. And in less than 3 weeks, I lost 10 pounds.
That's huge. 10 in less than how many weeks?
Like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Maybe a month.
Okay, maybe a month. But did you change your diet at all? A little bit,
A little
right?
bit, yeah. I kind of,
but not crazy.
I reeled in the alcohol, but I started. I'm thinking about things you did because we were in the desert, and you're like, you got to ditch the tortilla, just eat the guts out of the breakfast
That's right.
burrito,
and it's just as good.
So I've been trying to do stuff like that. Like for breakfast, I'll make eggs and turkey bacon.
Oh,
and
that's
then have,
perfect.
Like
yeah.
1 cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So a slight modification, but don't get me wrong. I'm drinking on the weekends.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna say the number, but it's up there. But I went from 225 to 215.
I'm down 40 pounds.
Yeah, that's huge.
And I altered my life 0.
No, because you just exercised. You have to, but your diet is a big part of
my
it.
diet I changed, but this is how I changed it. I just got rid of carbs and sugar. That's it. Look, I like soda.
Well,
I drink Diet Coke. It has no fucking sugar.
But it has other
I like
shit in
frozen waffle. I don't give a fuck what it has in it.
Moderation's the key.
I get it. I like frozen waffles. I bought whole wheat frozen waffles. I love sandwiches.
Changes.
I bought the flatbread, whole wheat flatbread.
Yeah.
That's it. It tastes 0 difference.
Yeah, you got to get away from the white stuff.
That's right.
So
except ladies don't get away from the white stuff.
yeah. Going back to the balding thing.
Well, let me get back to something real quick because I want to touch on this. I do. We saw a pretty heavy girl today walking, and you were like, "Wow, like, what does it take to get there?" And I was kind of like, I can sympathize with the.
Well, I wasn't making fun of her.
No, you were sympathizing with her as well. We were both sympathizing with her, but I was like, we can sympathize with how quickly that can spiral out of control. Yeah. And listen, ladies, if you're large and you listen to this show, we definitely love you, and we don't think any less of you.
Well, because we like to connect with the person's mind first.
For sure. Well, who cares if you're that big? But we get how you can just spiral. Just like, what was your example?
So I had said, when you get to a point where you can't see your elbows because your arms are so big. It's just like a dimple where your elbow is on your arm. Those type of people who are in that situation, I think that they're probably not in a good spot mentally, obviously not physically. So eating is probably something that gives them solace. And so they go and they're like, well, fuck, I can eat a pint of ice cream. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Like, what's it matter? Look at me now.
One more pint's not going to make a difference.
I've actually had that attitude myself.
Absolutely. Me too.
I just, like, whatever. I'll have, I know it's 11 o'clock at night, but I'm going to chomp this up because why not? You know?
I think especially for me, I want to let them know, like, they're not alone and they're not, but at the same time, we're not looking at them and going, oh my gosh, look at that, look at that. We look at them and go, oh man, if they altered themselves just a little bit, if they walked just a little bit and they just didn't have that extra pint of ice cream.
Or instead of eating something late at night, just drink some water. And if you have to eat something,
or
eat a piece of fruit.
Here's a good tip. And I'm not trying to be a fitness guy because I'm definitely not that, but get some fat-free milk and some sugar-free chocolate syrup and make chocolate milk. And that'll crave your fucking sweet tooth like no other.
That's a good idea. I have a sweet tooth idea. We used to do it. When Bill Clinton made the South Beach diet real popular, my wife and I did it. And I got like too skinny. I had to put some weight back on.
I did not have sexual relations with that one.
I did not have sexual relations. But we did this thing where we had ricotta cheese. So you mix vanilla extract in with ricotta cheese and like a little bit of sweet and low. You mix it, you let it chill, and you sprinkle little mini chocolate chips over it. Oh. It's super low fat. It's super good. Or we would make sugar-free pudding, right? The Jell-O pudding. Yeah. And just a little ramekin of that. You retrain your brain to only need that stuff, but the satisfaction you get from it,
it's huge. You look forward to it.
It's the same as eating a pint of ice cream.
Yep, absolutely.
It's about the thing about it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind.
I like to take a banana and I take sugar-free pudding and I put it on top and I put a little bit of whipped cream because whipped cream doesn't have a lot of sugar in it.
No.
And then I eat that.
Plus, I do the whippets from them too.
That's like fucking heaven on earth.
Yeah. Dude, what my brother used to do, we had this, my mom she probably went to Tupperware parties because we had all the rad Tupperware. In fact, if a lot of the dishes my mom and dad have, the hipsters would buy this shit and they could probably make money off it. But my mom had this like little yellow thing that held the sugar, and my brother would peel a banana, dip it in the sugar and bite it, and dip it in the sugar and bite it. Or one thing we would do is we'd cut a banana in half and put peanut butter on one side and make a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Those are pretty good, but
I don't know. But back to being bald.
So
just get the fuck over it. Like, who cares?
So I have one of the dudes looking at me going, "Fucking style, dude, your fucking hair." And I'm like, well, I point at my dad. It's him, dude. Yeah, I had nothing to do with it.
It's actually your mom's father.
I don't know.
That's where that comes from.
Or that's what some idiot tells someone.
No, that's scientific proof. You can't mess with scientific proof, you dumb fuck.
Well, okay, if it's from my mom's side, my mom's dad was starting to recede. Like,
well, so are you.
Fuck
I can
off.
see it.
No, I'm not.
What are you, nervous?
Not receding. No, I'm not. Well, to be honest, I don't know. Like, what if mine's just some delayed balding, and then I hit some age, and I comb my hair, and a big old chunk comes out?
Well, you can.
It's fine, though. You know why?
Who cares?
It's fine, because here's what I'll do. I'll just shave my head.
I'm short and bald, so you just got to...
I'll shave my head and grow a mustache.
But
End of story.
But you're breathing, right? Like, you're above earth, and you're fucking breathing.
Trust me, I do not give a care.
Hey,
if I could shave my head, my life would be way easier.
Let me ask you something.
No one likes a shaved head in my house.
What do you think about people that do not believe that the earth is round?
Oh, the flat earthers.
Yeah, fucking flat earthers.
I find it very interesting.
There's no interesting about it. I find it moronic.
No, here's why it's funny is because they try to get all articulate in how they describe that the earth is flat, but there's simple math that can just completely shut it all down.
Let alone pictures.
They say it's all CGI though. Or there's a lot of people that think we didn't go to the moon.
Well,
and they say that's all. They say it was made in a film studio. That Stanley Kubrick is the one who filmed it. It was all propaganda so that we would appear to have beaten the Russians to space. Because basically, whoever had control of space basically wins the Cold War. But I don't know. I think they probably did make some fake footage, but I don't know that they didn't go. It seems
that's crazy to me, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that we didn't go to the moon. I don't want to be in either of those camps, right? Like,
well, why wouldn't you want to be in the camp where it's clearly, hey, we went to the moon. I mean, we went to the moon. You believe that, right?
I believe it. Yeah, I do believe it.
Okay.
I do find it interesting though.
I was gonna beat the fuck out of
No,
you.
no,
if
no,
you
no, no.
didn't.
I'm not, but listen, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the other people who think we didn't go. I do like to listen to both sides of the story, right? Like whether you're conservative or liberal, it's smart if you're on either side to listen to the other side's opinions, point of views, perspectives. You have to listen to both sides.
If you don't have an open mind about any topic that you are even 100% sure that you know is a fact, if you don't listen to somebody's other point of view, then you're not growing as a human being and as a person.
Yeah,
you have to look at all angles, because your thoughts are your thoughts. Someone else's thoughts are their thoughts. And that's what makes this world go round. And that's the beauty of it, is everyone has their own opinion and everyone has their own thoughts, and not one is right and not one is wrong. I mean, unless they are right and wrong. I mean, because there's certainly things that are right and wrong.
That's totally subjective to the person, though.
Fucking open your ears and listen, people.
Yeah. Well, that's why.
And listen to your kids.
That's why I think that, you know, when you talk about any event or anything in life, you know, and you have not even a differing opinion, but you just are open to new information, you can be labeled something very quickly. Like, for instance, 9/11. There's a lot of people that don't buy the official 9/11 story. And you could probably put me in that group, but I'm not going to sit here and profess to you why I think this is that. I just find things that are interesting, and then you listen to other people's arguments. But
if you don't think 9/11 happened,
no, I think it happened. I do think it happened.
And you don't think that it was Osama bin Laden, then we're gonna have to have a whole separate cast just based on that, because that again is a moronic thought. But we'll talk about that.
You're being closed-minded by saying that someone who has a differing opinion is a moron, though.
Well, 100%, yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm a hypocrite. I mean, I've told you that from cast one. I'll tell you, everyone has to have an open mind, blah, 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 blah. But I don't.
If you're a hypocrite and you admit it, that's fine.
Well, I don't need to have an open mind. I have my own thoughts. What do I tell you? You have your thoughts. I have my own thoughts. And
I think the problem
you
is...
do you.
Yeah, you do. I think the thing about it is that, like, this whole reality right now has access to all information. You could go find anything you want to find as long as you have an internet connection. So it's pretty easy for people to be influenced. But you know how you were saying it's good to have all opinions and all the voices heard. Do you think that if something's considered hate speech, that it should be shut down and not put out into
I
the
think
world?
every speech should be allowed. I think every...
No. I think the question is, do you think hate speech is a thing?
No.
No,
not
neither.
if we have a First Amendment right.
That's what I'm saying.
And what's our First Amendment?
Freedom of speech. Freedom of expression.
Then there's no hate anything.
Well, like I said,
you
the
can
logic
say whatever you
falls
want
on its face, because if hate speech is something you disagree with, then what I just said is hate speech. Because you can disagree with me.
Do I agree with the KKK guys? Absolutely not.
No, I don't either.
Do I agree with the
their...
Black Panthers? Absolutely not. Do I agree with anybody that wants to physically harm anybody else? No. But do they have a right in this country
to have a voice?
Yeah. Yes, they do. Sorry.
That's why people...
That is what our men and women are out there fighting for. Our freedom of speech. I don't believe in guns, right? You do.
Yeah.
You have guns. I don't.
I have a lot of guns.
But do I think you having guns is wrong?
No, because when we
that's your fucking amendment right.
Yeah, and when we go to the desert, we fucking shoot them, and it's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I do. I might have one on my pillow.
Yeah, that's a real sensitive subject right there, man. Especially in California. In California, they're very progressive.
Well, just because you don't agree with a subject or a law or an amendment doesn't mean that it's wrong. You have to open your mind. And to make this a productive society, there's give and there's take.
Yeah. I know we're going down a path. I think we need to continue on it. And
for sure.
Get into it. On every cast, it's just about having an open mind. That's the key to it. Have an open mind. Be accepting of people, even if they have differing opinions.
Free your mind, and the rest will follow.
Pat, you recently bought your son a car.
Oh, yeah.
And you gave your son some car options.
I did.
And he zeroed in a certain area. And what area was that?
Well,
what type of car?
The type of car that was very important to him was a car that could follow us out to the desert spot that we go to.
Yeah.
We're going to keep that anonymous because we don't want any shitheads out there with us.
Enough people already know where it is, but we don't want to make any more people know where it's at.
So every car he was looking at and found, he would text me and say, Dad, will this make it out there? Dad, will this make this out there? And I said, no. And then we found a particular one, and he is
right price, right car. Yeah.
No, right price, right car. I can't wait till October, and we're going to bring him out there.
So would you say that my dad had any influence indirectly on your son's car choice in a way?
Your dad influenced me in so many ways in regards to the desert and nature and hikes and camping.
And like he just scratched the surface with you because we went one time out to go see the space shuttle land in the desert, and then we went through Big Bear and did some off-roading. Yeah. But he took us out to Borrego a few times because he got a truck, a sick truck in the 90s, and he started going out to the desert and, off-road camping, car camping.
We went way more than a few times. It was well,
because then I got a truck and then we went out in my truck. You went out with our other friends. And so we kind of just discovered this whole other world that not a lot of people knew about.
I want to teach my son nature, man. I want to teach him all that stuff.
We took your son and your nephew on like a desert trip. And
yes, we did.
They had the best trip of their lives. They even saw titties on that trip, dude.
We took them to Slab Mountain.
Slab
City. Salvation Mountain.
Salvation Mountain, yeah.
Slab City. If you haven't been there, go check it out.
It's an island. Yeah.
Super interesting. It's where
it's free America.
In World War II, it used to be a military base.
Like a training center.
Yeah, and so they built these concrete slabs to put buildings on, and then it never moved forward.
Well, once the war ended, they ceased operations out there. But
correct.
The foundations were all still out there.
Foundations are still out there. So now it's just a place where nomads go out there and park, and it's just there is no law, there is no anything.
Well, there's law, but it's
self-imposed law.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it's where people who kind of want to get away from society go live. But I think the land is owned by the California Teachers Association or something. It's a huge swath of land, but they don't kick people off or whatever. It's just like open land. So,
they call it the last free place in America.
Right. It's a snowbird community, basically, is what it's called. But
so snowbird community.
Right, yeah. So people I've seen nice motorhomes there. Anyways, we took your son and your nephew there, and then after we went to Slab City, we took them to our other one.
Yeah, but on the way out of Slab City, there was a lady selling jewelry, and she didn't have a top on. So that was those boys' first exposure to titties.
Yeah, I know, just in the wild, in nature.
I gotta tell you, man, I think titties are one of the greatest things that God ever invented. And it's just weird.
It's weird how we were conditioned to like them.
And it's just this big flab of skin with a nipple, but God damn, are they fucking awesome.
So car camping, off-road camping was something that we grew up with. We've taken your son out there. He really liked it. And as a result, he wanted his first car. Luckily, he's got a father who can do this for him. Got him a car he can go out and do camping in. And he's going to learn from a young age the importance of like getting back out into nature. Getting away from all the electronics, the technology, just waking up and let's go for a walk. Let's have some coffee.
Well, because here's one of the most important things of where we go. There is no service.
There's no cell service.
So whatever you want to do on your phone, you can't do it.
Right.
And I think he really digs that. Like, I think that was really appealing to him.
After we'd finished a beer, we'd give it to him to use as target practice with the pellet gun.
Yep. And they love that.
That's going back to just...
There was foxes, like, trying to impede in our camp.
We went and looked inside some caves.
Yeah, I mean...
We saw beautiful scenery.
So dads... Take your kids to the fucking mountains, man.
Or just at least teach them
how to... Or the desert or whatever.
Yeah, at least teach them how to be outside and camp. I heard someone say that their dad didn't take them camping, or someone said that camping's what homeless people do. I couldn't disagree more. I love sleeping on the ground. I feel connected to the ground when I'm like laying on it. It's great. I love being in my tent. In fact, I kind of fall into a mild depression when the summer hits. I go to the beach and all that stuff, but man, I like cold weather. I love being outside. It's just something
Well,
about it.
this particular car that I bought them, the seats come out and then the back seats fold down.
So you can sleep in
Oh
it.
yeah, I can't wait, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna definitely talk about camping more as time goes on. But all right, well, yeah, this one's been fun. We busted out one, that,
Yeah,
a
we're
little
just
shorter.
yeah. This is a little teaser.
A little teaser. Yeah, I really didn't throw any PSAs out. Oh wait, no, I did. I did throw a PSA about walking.
Episode 8, we're gonna try and get a guest,
I know we keep saying we got to get a guest.
but everyone keeps saying screw the guest, man. You guys are too exciting.
I know. No, we do. We need to interject some new voice in there and see what it sounds like. But I don't know.
You want to do one quick would you rather?
Yeah, let's do a quick would you rather.
Okay. Give me.
Look at I said, would you rather have 50 million in pesos or $2,614,225? It's the same fucking thing.
let me get you something here.
All right, let's do would you rather's.
This is kind of a weird would you rather, but I want you to select one of your wife's friends that you would like to be sexually active with, given the choice.
Can I plead the fifth?
No, that's not what this show's about, man. There's no fucking plead the fifth.
I'll answer, but it might not go on the
It's
cast.
going on the cast. It has to go on the cast. That's what we're here for. We don't bullshit.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want it to get me in trouble, dude.
It's not going to get you in trouble. Other
Okay,
than the
all right.
fucking the chick's dude.
So my wife's best friend is me, so I'll fuck me. No, I don't know, dude.
That's a fucking.
I'm not going to answer that
stupid
question. Not going to
fucking
answer that question.
Okay. Let me
Okay, what
ask
if
you this.
I could just make a name up?
No, but that's not what we're about. So let me ask you this. Would you rather bang your wife's hottest friend or the hottest tranny in America?
My wife's hottest friend?
I think you're lying.
No. No
Have
way.
you seen America's Hottest Tranny?
No. Yeah, but does she have a wiener?
I didn't say pre or post.
Oh, I just don't think No. Mm-mm. Nope. I'm going to say no. I'm 100% hetero. Hetero to the day.
Here,
I die.
we're going to talk to my wife.
Okay. What's up?
Hello?
Hello.
What's up?
I mean, I've been waiting for you to text me back.
About what?
Dinner.
What do you want?
Well, I mean, if you want burger, like who are the burgers for?
Me?
Just you.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna do burgers for everyone, then I can get tater tots.
You do what you want to do.
Well, I don't really want burgers, but if you want burgers,
Just get what you want and get a 4-pack of burgers.
okay. Do you have cheese?
Yes.
Okay.
And that, people, is exactly why you don't get married.
Nope, don't do it. Don't do it.
And she had like the stupid ass party girl voice.
What's a party girl voice?
Like the fucking I'm losing my voice bullshit.
Oh, because you...
Because she went to fucking Hootie and the fucking stupid blowfish yesterday.
Only want to be with you.
I mean, like, fuck you, Hootie, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes I wonder...
How about
Will
you
it
should be
ever
named
end?
Hootie and the Blow Your Fucking Husband. All right, well, say a little stupid sign off and we got to go.
My friends. What was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, okay. You're telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Peace.
Late.